beautiful people. Happy Friday night in my world. I'm staying home this weekend, so you're stuck with me both days. Woohoo, right? We are on to why already. And again, so much creativity. I love reading these. And I was very excited to see someone in one of the rooms asked if we can do the alphabet again. So I will. I have a couple ideas. We definitely got to squeeze in step 6, though, before I transition. And yeah, then we'll get back to the alphabet game. So Y wasn't a super bountiful letter either, but there was some creativity and good effort. There was, I think, a yesterday, as in why yesterday, as we can forget yesterday because we have tomorrow, today and tomorrow as gamblers, are looking forward. The first one we're going to do is yearn. Have an intense feeling of longing for something, typically something that one has lost or been separated from. Have you ever felt like you yearned for your relationships or your money or just freedom from the vicious cycles? The other, I guess this is the archaic definition, is to be filled with compassion or warm feeling. I like that one. It has a little bit more of a soft, fuzzy feel to it. A nice warm feeling and compassion. The next one, I think I'll pick. I have 4 written down again. And because it's a challenging letter, I don't know that I'm going to pick all 4. All right, we're going to do yourself. And more not because of the definition, but I think we can talk about what does yourself mean? How does that translate into our recovery language? So as we move forward into a bet-free kind of life, it really comes down to being able to take care of ourselves, yourself. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to talk to you like I'm being bossy or something if I have to say yourself. Did you ever see that little video? I don't even know where I saw it, but you worry about yourself. And we've chatted about that, people taking care of yourself with staying in our own lanes. It could be applied that way, where we're not getting in people's business. It can be applied to taking care of yourself. We need to always keep that on the forefront. You know what? It just occurred to me. I have not lectured you guys in a long time about drinking your water. So how about we take care of yourself that way? It's getting hot here, and this should have occurred to me sooner, but since I was doing that shake challenge the last couple of days, water was part of it. And I noticed that once I made a very mindful effort of it, I did a little better job of taking care of myself with the water. So what else is yourself in recovery? So you take care of yourself. You mind your own business with yourself. It's really hard to talk to you in these pronoun people way. So that one was, I think you get the idea that everything leads back to yourself. And I'm always going to advocate that you put yourself first. Always, always. That'll never change. Even as my perception changes and as I learn more things, I am never, ever going to tell you that anybody but yourself is more important than yourself. That's a mouthful. And the last one is very simple. 3 little letters. YES. So yes, which is giving an affirmation, affirmative response, saying yes. So why would yes have anything to do with recovery? Why would it be important? A lot of the vote, like the feedback, was yes to recovery, yes to no betting, yes to freedom, yes to life. And for me, I really think that once I stopped stopped gambling, the yes to just about everything and anything was possible. Yes to travel, yes to working on my dreams, yes to not having to, get creative about my finances so things don't bounce. Yes to yoga. Why yoga? You see what I did there? Yes to yummy ice cream. Yep, I did it again. So just yes to, I keep saying freedom today, and I don't know why I'm hung up on that, but that's what I'm correlating yes to. Yes to making choices with a clear mind. Yes for having time in the day to take care of yourself, whether it's working out or doing meditation or readings or working on your relationships, quiet time with your spouse. There's so many things we get to say yes to. I'm thinking of just like looking around this room, yes to my bicycle. Like I never rode a bike as an adult really until I got rid of gambling. Yes to learning how to podcast, for me anyway. Craziness. I think the yeses are definitely endless depending on how you choose to apply yourself without gambling. I was listening to Tony Robbins yesterday. We're in this step up challenge. I know I have nothing better to do, right? We're in this challenge, and he was talking about, it was very similar to what Neil talked to us about in his episode with our MOs and stuff. That wasn't the way that Tony framed it. But if you're a yes person, someone who just always does for whatever, for everybody else, doesn't take care of yourself, you're a yes man, that's your go-to, and that's going to be your safe place. If you're a negative person all the time, you're going to stay negative, or that'll be your go-to. So he challenged everybody to write down their emotions, and I'm really ad-libbing here the exercise because I watched it over the course of like 12 different times. It was like 3.5 hours long. But saying yes to being aware of those emotions, saying yes to having those new, like vulnerability is a new emotion to me. Empathy is an emotion that I'm developing. It's really weird. I'm just not consistently empathetic. Yes to my perceived value. We talked about that the other night, like the worth. How do we see ourselves? Saying yes to self-love, self-devotion. Yes to trying new things. Yes to having different friends, because if we don't have the same old ones, I think the list is pretty endless. No to motorcycles driving by, if you just heard that. But yes to it being Friday. It's pretty good. I think there's a lot of things we can say yes to. And circling back real quick so I don't forget, with the yes to other people, it's definitely, it's great to have the ability to say yes. Just always protect yourself. Don't just say yes to say yes. Like, I hate that in work life. It really aggravates me. Like, a boss says something and you might know it's the wrong thing and you just yes, just because it's easier to yes, or maybe it's not even easier to say yes. It's just you're too afraid to stand up for yourself or what you believe in. So I will not be a proponent of that. So that's my kick off the weekend why speech. We're going to do Saturday night with the Z. And then we will transition to a little step work. I don't know if we'll do that for 1 or 2 nights or more. I'm not real sure till we get into it and decide what we want to do. So I hope everybody has a great start to the weekend, and I will talk to you in the morning. Bye.